Broadcasting live from the True Crime Today studios to the world. This is Murder in the Morning with Tony Bruschi and Stacey Cole.
From the Hit Killers Podcast, Murder in the Morning.
Donna Adelson. We were all excited this week to think, okay, it's time, Donna. It's time to go into the courtroom and face the reality of what you likely contributed to, a family being destroyed. Charged in connection with the 2014 murder of Florida State University law professor Dan Markel. It's been postponed. She was saved by the bell.
Literally. Jury selection was scheduled to begin this afternoon, but proceedings came to an unexpected halt when defense attorney Dan Rashbaum abruptly resigned from the case. Donna Adelson is the fifth person to be charged in Markel's murder, a case that, of course, has captivated the Tallahassee community and legal observers nationwide. The delay stems from a significant conflict of interest. Rashbaum previously represented Donna's son, Charlie Adelson, during his own murder trial. Charlie Adelson was convicted last year for his role in the murder-for-hire plot against Markel. Charlie Adelson's new attorney informed the court that Charlie had not signed a waiver acknowledging the conflict of interest posed by Rashbaum's representation of his mother. Without the waiver, Rashbaum will be unable to effectively cross-examine Charlie should he be called as a witness for the prosecution. How did they not deal with this before today?
Because he probably had up until today to do it, and they just assumed, well, he'll do it. Let's not give them any, or let's not, tip our hand or anything like that.
Wow.
So without
I think they summoned like 900 people to serve on the jury, not to serve, but
1,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So without
potential
this waiver,
jurors.
Yeah, Rashbaum will be unable to effectively cross-examine Charlie should he be called as a witness for the prosecution. Wow. So what does this mean? Does this mean that Charlie's not on board with mom? Or is this a strategic move on the part of mom and Charlie to do this to delay the trial?
That's what I feel like, that this, because they had to have known that this was going to be a conflict of interest of sorts. They had to have known. So they're basically playing out the clock.
Yeah. This development.
Fourth down.
Yeah.
1 yard.
And what happened immediately after this? Rashbaum resigned as their attorney.
Yeah.
Immediately from Donna Adelson's defense team. Attorney Alex Morris will remain on retainer as Donna's counsel. However, he has requested additional time to prepare for the case and to bring on co-counsel to ensure a robust defense. No new trial date has been announced, but a case management hearing is set for October 15th. Wow.
Yeah, this was strategic. There's no way that they can claim stupidity or we didn't know. How do you not know? You know the law. You know that you're going to be bringing Charlie in, as a potential witness. You know how this is going to go. I mean, none of this is a surprise.
Well,
this is all
what I'm wondering
plotted
about.
out.
What I'm wondering about is the attorney. If the attorney knew this was going to happen and this was all part of, okay, I'm going to resign at this point, or if he was just disgusted with them, believing them that, okay, yeah, we're going to get this taken care of, and it still didn't get taken care of, and then he just said, fuck it.
Yeah, hard to say.
If you want some background on the case, prosecutors, of course, allege that Donna Adelson orchestrated a plot to kill her former son-in-law, Dan Markel, who was shot twice in the head while pulling into his Tallahassee garage on July 18th of 2014. He was succumbed to his injuries the following day. Donna Adelson, the matriarch of the prominent South Florida family known for their successful dental practice, was reportedly desperate to have her divorced daughter, Wendy Adelson, and her young grandsons relocate closer to her home in Miami Beach. A judge had granted Wendy and Markel shared custody of their two sons, effectively keeping Wendy tied to Tallahassee, but 500 miles away from her family in South Florida. When Wendy's petitions to relocate with the children were denied, prosecutors alleged that Donna enlisted the help of her son, Charlie Adelson. Charlie's accused of bringing his ex-girlfriend, Catherine McBonna, into the scheme. McBonna then allegedly hired two men, Sigfrido Garcia and Luis Riviera, to carry out the hit on Markel. Thus far, Luis Riviera was the first to be brought to justice in 2016. He accepted a plea deal in exchange for his testimony against the others involved. Rivera, a former lead in the Latin Kings game, testified that he and Garcia drove from Miami to Tallahassee to execute the murder-for-hire plan, with Garcia acting as the triggerman. Rivera is serving a 19-year prison sentence. In 2019, Sigfrido Garcia and Catherine McBonna were tied together. Garcia was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. The jury was deadlocked on the charges against McBonna. Catherine McBonna had faced a retrial in 2022 where she was found guilty of first-degree murder, conspiracy, and solicitation to commit murder. She's currently serving a life sentence. And then Charlie. He was convicted in 2023 after a jury rejected his defense that he was being extorted by Garcia and Rivera. He was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. And if you want to relive the magic of the Charlie Adelson trial, which I know we all do, we have that channel for you, Evil of the Adelsons, wherever you get podcasts. And you can go back there. It's all archived there for you. You can listen to every single day of court and all the everybody commenting on the case, all the thoughts from our experts and such as well. Donna Adelson was arrested on November 13th of 2024, exactly 1 week after Charlie's conviction. She was apprehended at Miami International Airport while attempting to board a one-way flight to Vietnam with her husband, Harvey Adelson. Vietnam does not have an extradition treaty with the United States. Donna's been held at the Leon County Jail since her arrest, facing charges of first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and solicitation to commit murder. So that's kind of your background on how they've been knocking them down one by one. I'm wondering who's going to be...
What's going on with Harvey? Do you know?
Nothing yet.
Isn't that weird?
I don't know. They've been just kind of cherry-picking them. If you've seen, they have a pattern of behavior going on here on how they're handling this. So I'm going to guess Harvey or Wendy's next. I don't know. There's a level of me that does wonder how much Wendy knew and if it was to a criminal point or if she just kind of knew that her family, you know, they're mumbling about this and you just kind of hope and pray that they're not going to do anything. I don't know.
To me, it just seems really bizarre because, you know, he was headed to Vietnam too, and he had to know what was going on. And
yes.
I mean, of course, he knew what was going on. She seems like the matriarch, and she's in charge here. But you can't tell me he didn't know something was up.
I think what the authorities are doing is just giving everybody more time to incriminate themselves. Because
more rope.
He's not going anywhere. They got their eyes. And because why go after all? They're all going to lawyer up. I mean, they already are lawyered up, but they would all get really just locked down and not living normal life where information can slip out and they're being monitored, I'm sure. And they're likely going to probably find, I mean, most of the time, the way this shit falls apart is after the fact.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they're just letting them work on incriminating themselves. And then at the end of the day, they'll have another arrest to make once Donna's convicted. The unexpected resignation of Rashbaum has added another layer of complexity here to this legal saga. Attorney Alex Morris now faces the task of assembling a new defense team and preparing for a high-stakes trial under increased public scrutiny. Prosecutors maintain that Donna Adelson was the mastermind behind the plot to kill Dan Markel, driven by a desire to reunite her family in South Florida. How is this, everyone? Let's have fried chicken and celebrate the death of Dan. I mean, celebrate us all being together. The state plans to call Charlie Adelson as a witness, making the issue of legal representation and potential conflicts of interest even more pivotal. So, looking now for October 15th, case management hearing is what's going to take place then. Both the prosecution and the defense will be recalibrating their strategies. Observers anticipate that a new trial date will be set and further legal maneuvers are likely to take progress here. When do you think we're going to get the trial?
I wonder if they're going to push it to, because it's going to be a case management. So they're basically, to my understanding, and I could be wrong, I'm not an attorney. I'm around one, but we don't talk much about criminal stuff. This is like starting from ground zero. So it's not like, I don't think they're going to start October 16th. I'd be really surprised if they did.
No.
It might be something where they have to go 6 months down the road because somebody's starting over here.
I'm going to go March.
Okay.
I'm going to go late March on that. Bob?
See, I'll go April 1st.
Thank you for that. And by the way, I won our last one.
Yes, you did.
We
will get to that story too.
Yes, that's coming up next. Did he? And did he?
Yeah, he did.
Did he be done?
All right, true crime addicts, let's cut the crap. You're knee-deep in the gory details of your favorite podcast when suddenly a commercial hits like a bad meal. Seriously? You deserve better. Upgrade to True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts, where you can binge without those annoying ads. Plus, get extended interviews that go deeper into the darkness and early access to episodes so you can be the first to know. It's like trading up from fast food to fine dining, but with more blood. So, go ahead. Search for True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe and feast on the good stuff.